Chair recognizes the gentleman from McGoffin, 92.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speak on the bill, please.
Yes, sir. You may proceed.
I appreciate the gentleman's efforts and what he's trying to accomplish. And I will say this, he has been very diligent in contacting as many people as he can to try to make sure he accomplishes what he wants to accomplish while not doing any more harm in what he's trying to accomplish. The committee sub certainly makes it more palatable, but the law enforcement community still shares some reservation about this piece of legislation. I know the one in Tennessee was more directed towards fish and wildlife type of investigations. However, we began to ask the question, we're taking away essentially the open field doctrine that has came down from the U.S. Supreme Court. And one, I'm not sure how we can remove that when we couldn't remove Roe versus Wade. It's a Supreme Court ruling that stood for many years. And two, it's a tool that's sometimes, I won't say it's often used, but sometimes used by law enforcement in conducting covert investigations. I'm not talking about investigations for misdemeanor type crimes. I'm talking about serious felonies, whether it be from actual individuals doing surveillance using the open field to installing camera equipment using the open field doctrine in order to gather evidence to prosecute these individuals. To me, when we began to take tools from our law enforcement officials that's simply out here trying to do their jobs, we see what's been going on across the country with the crime rates. We see all this stuff going on, and anytime we do something that, in my opinion, would benefit the criminals, and not that everybody's criminals, I don't mean that, but it takes away a tool from law enforcement, that obviously helps those that are committing crimes to cover up or hide those crimes. And I just have great reservations. I just urge the body to think very seriously about, I know the intent is not to be soft on crime. I know the gentleman, he's certainly not. If anything, he's not soft on crime, and I don't like having to stand up against his bill, but I just have reservations that we're taking away tools from our law enforcement, tools that myself and the gentleman from Perry in our careers have utilized to be able to gather evidence to get these people out of our communities and off our streets to make it safer, especially in the narcotics world. It's been very helpful. So I just have great reservations, and unfortunately, because I think the world of the bill sponsor, I just can't support this piece of legislation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.